Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Today we will be doing the money chapter, meaning and functions of money. It's a part of the syllabus of class 10th as well as class 12. For class 10 it is chapter number 9 and for class 12 it's chapter number 13. I would like to inform you another thing. The chapter which was posted earlier, market, is also required both for standard 10 and for standard 12. Okay, fine. Before we start with the concept of money, let us discuss a few more important terms related to it. The first one being exchange. The term exchange means the act of trading the surplus goods people have to obtain the other things which they require. If a person wants something which he doesn't have, he has to give away or sacrifice something else which he has. The second concept is the barter system, which you all are very clear with, I'm sure. Barter system is a system of exchanging goods for goods. No particular good was considered as a medium of exchange under barter system. If a person has rice, he can buy his goods using rice. If a person has wheat, he can buy his goods using wheat. There was no common medium of exchange. The barter system faced various disadvantages. Let us discuss the shortcomings of the barter system. The first one being lack of double coincidence of wants. A person having rice wants wheat, but the person having wheat does not want rice, he wants corn. The exchange will not be possible because their wants do not match. Second one, lack of a common measure of value. A person can purchase rice for wheat, he can purchase wheat for grapes, he can purchase grapes for apple. There is no common unit by which we can measure the value of products, hence we cannot compare it even. Third one, difficulty in storing the goods. A person here purchases rice for wheat. He has rice as a medium of exchange. If we want to purchase wheat in the future, he has to store the rice, but rice is a perishable product. Hence, he finds it difficult to store. Then, a person exchanges one earthen pot for 1 kg of rice. In case he needs half a kg of rice, the exchange is not possible because he cannot break the earthen pot and make payment. The product is indivisible. Lastly, difficulty in future payments because we cannot measure value. If I take 1 kg of rice from a person promising him to return it back the next day, though I may pay back the same quality of rice, there may be a confusion regarding the quality of rice I am giving back and the quality of rice I had taken because the value of the product was not measured. Due to these shortcomings of barter system, there was a need for a common unit of exchange, and that common unit of exchange is termed as money. Money is not the rupee note and the coin which we use. Money is any medium of exchange. For India, money is rupee note and coin. For America, it is dollar. Hence, money is not the coin and the dollar. It is the unit of exchange which people use. Let's look at the definition of money. It is generally acceptable. That means everybody has to accept it in return for goods and services. Nobody can refuse. Secondly, it is a medium of exchange. Helps us to buy goods and services which we need. Third, it is a measure of value. We can find out the value of the goods by its price because price is expressed in terms of money. You go to the market to buy apple. You find one lot of apple costing 150 rupees per kg, another lot of apple costing 200 rupees per kg. You are very sure about the quality of the apples because you have compared their values. Lastly, store of value. Instead of purchasing 1 kg apple and storing it for 1 year to use it in the next year, we can store 200 rupees, which is the value of the apple. Storing the money is easier because it is a non-perishable commodity and it does not require much storage space. Let us move on to the kinds of money which we use. The first one is coin. Second one, paper note. Coin is the metallic coin which we use, and paper note is the rupee notes which we use. Deposit money is the money which we have deposited in the banks. There is a concept of money known as token money. Both coins and paper notes are token money. Their face value is more than the intrinsic value. Face value means the value on the face of the coin or of the note. A 5 rupee coin's face value is rupees 5, and its metallic value is the cost of making that coin. The face value should be more than the metallic value for a coin as well as for a paper note. Fiat money is the money which is generally acceptable. Nobody can refuse to take it because it possesses legal tender. Legal tender means a permission from the government to be used as money. We then move on to the functions of money. First one is primary functions. There are two primary functions: medium of exchange, measure of value. Medium of exchange means it can be used for buying goods and services because it is generally acceptable. Second one, measure of value. 1 kg apple is equal to 200 rupees. We value or we measure the value of the apples. The secondary function. Standard of deferred payments means it can be used for future payment. If I buy 1 kg of rice for 50 rupees today and I pay back 50 rupees the next day, there can be no confusion regarding what I have taken and what I have paid because the value was measured. Second one, store of value. Instead of keeping 1 kg rice, I can store 50 rupees for a longer period of time because it is non-perishable and storage space required is less. Transfer of value. I cannot transfer a house from one place to another, but I can easily transfer the value of the house, say 50 lakh rupees, from one place to another or from one person to another. Last one, contingent functions of money. Maximization of utility. Every commodity which we use has the power to satisfy our wants. And for using the commodity, we need to purchase it. When we purchase it, we pay money. When we pay money, we lose utility. When we consume the commodity, we gain utility. A person will be in equilibrium when the utility given out is equal to the utility gained. It helps us to buy and sell goods on credit. That means deferred payments. Employment of factor inputs. Factor inputs: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. If I employ a factor input, say labor, and for which I have to pay him 100 rupees per day, the number of goods which he manufactures can be sold in the market at a price less than 100 rupees. It is not advisable for me to employ the factor input. Lastly, distribution of national income. The money which is earned by selling a product has to be distributed among the factor inputs: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. In case I earn an earthen pot by selling the commodity in the market, it will be difficult for me to make payment to the factor inputs. Money removes that difficulty. Now this concept money supply is only meant for class 12. It's not in the portion for class 10. Money supply, there are 4 concepts of money supply. First one, M1, which stands for notes and coins with the people, money which they have in their hands, money which they have deposited in the commercial bank which they can withdraw anytime they want to, demand deposits. And the commercial banks have to deposit certain amount of money with the Reserve Bank. That comes under other deposits of RBI. Hence, M1 is equal to C plus DD plus OD. M2 concept of money is M1 plus savings deposits with the post office. People deposit their money in the post office also. Those savings deposits are to be added to M1. M3 concept of money is M1 plus time deposits with commercial banks. Time deposits means the money which is deposited in the commercial bank can be withdrawn only after a certain point of time. That is known as time deposit. Last one, M4 concept is money with the people, DD, demand deposits with commercial banks, other deposits with RBI, plus the total deposits with post office, savings deposit plus long-term deposit with the post office, excluding the national savings certificates, that is NSCs. Thank you, children.